Guys, so I just left the Madea Boo 2 movie. I'm out here in DC, Georgetown area. It's called Georgetown. And I just want to do a quick review. It's not really going to be that long. I don't really have much to say about the movie. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't what I thought. I guess I expected more from Tyler Perry, being that he's made so many movies, right? Excuse me, guys, if I look like I'm sleepy. It's because somebody's calling. But excuse me if I look like I'm a little bit sleepy. I just left the movie. I just walked out the movie theater. It's like back that way. And I guess I don't really have much to say. And I don't know. I don't want to say I didn't like the movie, because I love Tyler Perry. I love his work that he's put in, you know, as a filmmaker, as a writer, director. But I just felt like, I don't know, I expected more from Tyler Perry. I really did. I expected more from him because, you know, he's made so many movies. And I don't know how many movies he's made, but he's made probably over, 30, 40, 50 movies, right? Including his plays. So I expected more from him. And it's just, you know, I'll tell you guys at the end of this review how many stars I give it, but it's just, I don't know, it fell below my expectations, you know. And it is a comedy movie. It's PG-13, but, you know, the storyline is pretty much the same as the first one. This is a part 2. It's the same as the first one, so it's not much different than what we see in the first Madea Boo. And I don't know, it just didn't really move me that much. So like I said, I don't really have much to say in this review because it just didn't really move me that much. You know, it was some funny parts. The dialogue was okay. It had a slow start. And I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. Like, the beginning, I felt was really whitewashed. I felt like it didn't feel like a Madea movie. It felt like a different kind of movie. You know, it was a lot of white characters because it opens with his daughter. You guys know his daughter is a teenager. She's like in high school, and it opens with her. You know, she's with her friends. It's her birthday, and she attends a preparatory school. So, you know, she's like all uppity, and that's, you know, what I'm saying. It's like it's a whitewash, right? It just did not feel like a Tyler Perry movie. You guys who are big fans of Tyler Perry, you know what his movies feel like. And so, like, you know, it took a while for the pace to pick up, you know, for the storyline to pick up, for me to kind of really get into it. But like I say, it didn't move me. It didn't do it for me. I was excited to go see this movie because 2 of my favorite YouTubers, they're actually a couple, De'Ara and Ken, they were in the movie, although they had very, very small parts in the movie. But, you know, I liked seeing them in the movie. It was great seeing them. There was just a really brief moment. Both of them had like a very small speaking role. It wasn't really that much. And I don't like the fact that, okay, I'll get to that part later. As far as like Ken's role in the movie, like his line, I don't like his line that Tyler Perry gave him. But like I said, it started off slow. You know, it was like his daughter was hanging around these white people because, of course, she attends a preparatory school. And I just noticed, like, I guess some of the underlying themes in the movie. We see a difference in generation. Of course, there's going to be a difference in generation, right? Like, you don't expect children to be the same as their parents, and their parents to be the same as, you know, the grandparents. But you can see, like, I guess you want to call it a progression. That's the whole point, that you see a progression in terms of the intellectual level, I guess, through the generation. So with the grandparents and looking at Madea, looking at what's her name, Aunt Bam, you know, their generation is like, you know, they speak slang, they kind of ghetto, so to speak, or whatever. They speak, you know, improper English. And then you see you know, the next generation, which is Tyler Perry, you know, his role, and I'm going to talk about his role in a minute, but with his role, and hopefully this don't cut off, but if it does cut off, you guys, because I don't have much space on my phone, I'll come back with part 2. But we see like in Tyler Perry's, generation, it's a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more educated. And then, of course, with Tyler Perry's daughter, she's, obviously a lot more sophisticated and more educated. She's attending a, preparatory school and speaks very proper English in the movie. And so that's one of the underlying messages that I saw in this movie, Madea, Boo 2. Something else that I don't really like that I saw that was really like overdone in the movie is the use of the word hoe and bitch. They use bitch, like here and there, kind of sprinkled out throughout the movie. But hoe, I think they really overdid it with the word hoe. I'm just like, I kind of took offense. And this is supposed to be a PG-13 movie, and it's like every reference almost to a woman, they use the kind of word hoe interchangeably with, women. I'm like, okay, I guess that's where we're at in society, where hoe is synonymous to woman, essentially. So I didn't like that. What else? The movie actually went by pretty fast. It didn't really seem like it lasted that long. And yeah, as far as like, my favorite YouTuber, Ken, they call themselves DK4L. So you guys, if you're not familiar with DK4L, you can go look them up. They have millions of subscribers on YouTube. They're a black couple who live in Atlanta, and this is their first role in a movie. So they're very excited, about being a part of this production. And, granted, they didn't really get that much of a speaking role in the movie. They were really excited about it. But as far as like Ken's role, his speaking role, I didn't like his line that Tyler Perry gave him, because this was like more towards like the middle, where they were at this park. Like I said, the storyline pretty much mimics the first part, the first movie that Tyler Perry released last year, where these kids, they're being kids, right? They're hanging out when they're supposed to really be hanging out, going to this party. And the party this time took place at a park that their parents had warned them not to go to. And so they're at the park, and the frat guys had asked Ken is his real name, but I think Kevin was his name in the movie. They asked him to go get some ice, and so his line was "Yes, sir." And I'm just like, what? I didn't like that, right? Because the guy who asked him to get the ice, he was white. Ken, of course, is African American. He's black. And, it's like, go get some ice. And he was like, yes, sir. I didn't like that. I don't know. But, I'm happy for them. They're, this was their first movie. And as far as De'Ara's role, Ken's girlfriend, she didn't really say much. Like, she was just in the beginning, and she was also like at the park and towards the middle, and she didn't really have much of a speaking role. But I understand why, because when I googled them and I looked them up on IMDb, I couldn't find their name, and I found that very interesting that they were like, oh, we're a part of the movie, and they actually got invited to their premiere that was out in LA. It was really nice. Her dress was really nice and everything, but I was wondering, like, why aren't they listed on IMDb's website under in the movie, on the movies page? And I guess that's why they didn't really have a significant speaking role in the movie. So it wasn't that many lines that they had in the movie. But I guess fair enough. It was good seeing them on the big screen, because I follow them. I've been following them, I think, for, I don't know how many years now, maybe 3 years now. It's been a while since I've been following this couple on YouTube. They vlog, they do like daily vlogs and travel, and, they're pretty interesting, down-to-earth couple. I just hope that they're careful with this industry. The entertainment industry can be very cutthroat. So I just hope that, whoever their manager is, they're in good hands, essentially. But what else? I'm trying to think, what else? So I didn't take notes. Usually I take notes. I'm kind of doing this at the spur of the moment, because, I am on vacation, as you guys know. I have 2 more days out here in DC, and I'll be back in LA Monday. So I just want to get this out of the way, because I know that once I get back, I'm back to school, you know, kind of get focused and stuff like that. But I'm trying to think, what else? See, it wasn't really that much that I have to say about this movie. It was, like I said, it was okay. As far as how many stars I give it, I mean, I guess, to be honest, I'll give this movie 3 stars. Because I just feel like Tyler Perry, he's been in the game for so long. He could have did way better. I just feel like he didn't put much thought into this movie as he could have. And it was just kind of subpar to me. I don't know. It was just subpar. I feel like he's kind of slipping away from his usual style. And I guess a lot of people, you know, who are huge fans of Tyler Perry, they're tired of seeing the same storyline. They're tired of seeing the same thing over and over and over again from Tyler Perry, like the same kind of characters or whatever. And so I guess for some people, maybe this movie is like a breath of fresh air. But for me, I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea. Granted, it is PG-13, so it's more for the kids. And there were some kids in the theater. The theater wasn't packed at all. It was just probably like, I don't know, maybe 20 of us there. It wasn't that many people in the theater. And there was a handful of kids there who were sitting in the back, and, you know, they were laughing at some of the parts. So I guess, you know, it had some comedic relief to it, but I don't know. It didn't do it for me. So, you know, I am looking forward to seeing his new movie that's coming out in March. I don't remember the name, but it looks like a really good movie, and Taraji Henson is in it. It looks like a really, really, really good movie, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. I like his drama movies. Comedy, I don't know. Comedy is good, but he just dropped the ball with this one, you guys. He dropped the ball with this. I have to be honest. So I'll give him, like I said, 3 stars, 3.5 stars, 3 stars. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, Tyler Perry, but you know, I felt like, you know, he could have did better with this movie. It wasn't the best. And yeah, another thing I noticed, like the acting, you know, like it wasn't really that believable. You know, seeing the actors deliver their lines, like it just, to me, it wasn't believable. I didn't believe half of the lines that they delivered. So I just feel like, I don't know, what they needed to do more on the set. I don't know. They were missing something they were missing. But overall, it was okay, because the ending, I liked the message that he sent in this movie. You know, the overall message to kids and to parents. You know, like I think Tyler Perry, like he does a great job at putting positive messages in his movies, and so yeah, he did that with this one. The ending was pretty solid. And it's a strong message, I feel like. It's a good positive message that he sends to teenagers who want to be grown and go against their parents', you know, wishes and rules and stuff like that. So he did a great job with that. But, you know, that's pretty much really, I think, all I have for this review. Usually, you guys know my reviews last like an hour, but nah. That's pretty much all I have to say for this review. And feel free, guys can share your comments below. If you saw the movie, tell us how you like the movie. I don't know why I feel tired. Like before the movie actually started, like I was actually about to fall asleep. I'm like, why am I about to fall asleep? Why am I sleepy? I have been like all over the place, y'all. I went to Howard University's homecoming parade this morning. That was pretty nice, even though it didn't last that long. It like probably was only, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, and before you know it, like the police came and was like, all right, that's the end of the parade. So it wasn't what I expected either. But you know, I had a great day yesterday. Like I said, you guys can go watch my videos where I went to Howard University. They had a concert there on campus yesterday, and it was pretty nice. Tomorrow I might end up going to the zoo. And I googled and I learned that they have, you know, of course every city has a zoo, right? But their zoo, I want to say it's free. I think it's free, you guys. I have to go check it out. And I'll be checking in with you guys a little bit later. But yeah, I'm feeling a little tired for some reason. I don't know. Maybe because I just left the theater. But yeah, that's all I have for this review. I don't know. Let me share your comments below and let me know what you guys think of the movie Madea Boo 2. Like I say, it was alright, it was okay. You know, it's not something that I would say go rush and go see it. You have to go see it in the theaters. You know, it wasn't that kind of movie. You know, the sound, you know, it wasn't like it was a lot of sound effects or something like that, or surround sound. I don't even think there was surround sound in this movie. I didn't notice it. It was just like a regular movie. So I feel like you guys can wait to come out on the DVD to go see it. But sorry, Tyler Perry. You know, I'm like all for supporting, you know, black filmmakers and everything like that. But this one just didn't do it for me. It didn't. I feel like Tyler Perry, he just, sometimes he be going so hard making movies. I feel like sometimes he just needs to take some time to really develop his stories and get the right actors. And I don't know, this movie didn't do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this review right here. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.